Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Astropill. Thanks for tuning in. I am doing another Layton series today. Well, another I say, but really I just did like one episode of Katrielle's and I did Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. So really, I mean, I haven't done too many of them. But anyways, I'm very excited to play Layton Brothers Mystery Room today. I've never played this one. It is, I believe, a phone exclusive title. It's a spin-off, it's not in the main line, it's starring Layton's son, ? But you never know if they're blood related or if he just picked him up somewhere along the way in an alley, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I vaguely remember seeing this like years and years ago when it first came out. I just never tried it. I think because it looked so different. I think the graphics are going to be like maybe 3D or something. I'm really not sure. So I'm super stoked to try it out, and I'm loving the jazz they're throwing at me rather. So let's go ahead and get it started. Play the game. Yes. I just never got around to playing this one. Start investigating this file of cases. Yeah, sure. What do you mean this file of cases? Wow, select a case. I love the music. Y'all, I mean, I don't know if you could tell already, but I'm a huge fan of jazz. I love jazz. Like, I'm not a huge jazz buff or nerd in terms of, like, knowing all the amazing people out there in the history, you know. I did take a class on it once. But anyways, I just really love jazz. I enjoy the sound of it very, very much. Okay, so, I mean, are these ones I'm gonna have to pay for eventually? Because I'm totally down to do that. I just want to experience. Start anew. Cool. Unless they just unlock, you know, in order. That would make sense. Hello! So this is probably Alfendi. Oh, 4 years on and it still smarts. The heavens opened that night, and the rain sheeted down. That fateful night, when I lost my way. When he killed me. Who killed you? Killed the past you, because you're still alive. So killed the past you, and now there's a new you in town. Detective Constable Baker, are you paying attention? Who's yelling? Who's yelling at who? What's going on? Oh!
Sorry, Deputy Commissioner. I were miles away. It's such a nice day out there, I couldn't help gazing out the window. All this sunshine must be a good omen on my first day, don't you think?
It makes no difference to anything. Maybe if you'd seen a lucky red badge. Anyway, look, don't forget, you've been assigned to what can only be described as a back office. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's closed down tomorrow, quite frankly.
Aye, but it's where all the other cases that no one else can solve get sent, isn't it? Where the real stinkers get cracked!
Quite so, Detective Constable Baker. Don't let Deputy Commissioner Chan put you off. I'm sure you'll do very well there.
Thank you, Commissioner.
You'll have to work very hard to prove yourself, Baker, considering your performance up to now.
Now, I know I did particularly badly in my exams, but that's just because I'd had a bad balti the night before.
I don't know what a balti is. Don't worry, DC Baker. That's what we're going to shorten it to now. It's quite savvy sounding, don't you think? I've put you with a very special inspector. He won't let you put a foot wrong. Get off on the wrong foot? Is that another way of saying that? He won't let you put a foot wrong. He won't let you put a foot long down, you know what I mean? Can't work at Subway. And there's not an officer in the force who can match his powers of deduction. So he's probably one of those, like a Sherlock, like a kind of eccentric genius, but also like in a rundown place, maybe doesn't get that much recognition. I don't know.
Really? I'll be working with someone that good, eh?
Oh yes, he's exceptional. In fact, I doubt there's a mystery he couldn't solve if he put his mind to it. That's kind of all of them, I guess. Layton, Katrielle, this one.
That's grand! I'll get cracking and then introduce myself straight away.
Let's go. Are you sure about this, Commissioner? He's so unstable. You could be putting her in danger. Oh my god! We just have to have faith. If we throw her into danger and she gets murdered or whatever, you know, no skin off my back. For all his faults, I still believe in Alfendi Layton. Another child that he just picked up off the street that abandoned. Oh, it was just a little cutscene. Okay. Great, start anew. Let's do it. The fateful meeting. What a nice office.
I'm dead sorry I'm late. I'm the new... Oh, where is everyone? Well, seeing as I've got the place to myself, I might as well have a practice.
The true culprit of this crime is you! An unlikely deduction, I must say.
Oh, no,
Who are you?
Lucy, I mean Baker. Lucy Baker. I've just been assigned to this office.
Yes. I do seem to recall reading some memo about a new assistant the other day.
That's me. Pleased to meet you. I don't think I caught your name.
Oh yes, sorry. Haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Katrielle Layton, Inspector Layton around here. But please, don't feel obliged to stick to formalities when you address me.
Well then, seeing as you'll be showing me the ropes and whatnot, how about I call you Prof?
I'm not entirely sure that's appropriate. Certainly my father, who was an actual university professor, would not approve.
Well, you did say there's no need to stick to formalities, don't you? Prof it is then.
Nah, this one's not Professor Layton. They're two very different people from what I can see so far. Just bear in mind that I haven't yet decided if this will be a permanent position for you or not.
Hey?
A rather interesting new case has just cropped up as it happens. The perfect opportunity to prove yourself. I'm ready to get cracking!
Ready to get cracking, let's go! And that's how I started working with the Prof.
Woo!
The first case were at a hotel in a popular seaside town. A young lass were killed.
On balcony of her room. I can't do that.
On the balcony of her room,
Maybe something like that.
there were 3 suspects.
All very interesting and shady-looking characters.
I thought a lot of them were a dead sus, to be honest. But the Prof somehow seemed to know who'd done it from the start. And that the key to solving the whole thing were in that sandwich.
Ooh, oh my god, killing me with a pun. Killing me with a pun, my goodness. I mean, I guess they got killed by it too. Let me talk you through the case. It happened just a few days ago at a hotel in a very busy holiday resort. It looks really pretty. I'm liking the image a lot so far.
Oh, that's a swanky looking place.
Yes, it's a 5-star hotel with a wonderful sea view. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it was also the scene of a murder.
Oh, a murder, eh?
Yes, the victim was a woman by the name of Sandy Aldwych. Good. Sandy Aldwych, the 23 female, murdered while on holiday with lover. A well-off and well-to-do young woman whose immaculate appearance belied a checkered history with the opposite sex. Though she has stayed at the hotel alone on several prior occasions, this time she was with her lover. On the afternoon in question, Miss Aldwych contacted room service to order a sandwich. It was the bellboy, a Mr. Zach Carriere, who brought the order to the room. He's the first suspect. At Miss Aldwich's request, he took it out to her on the terrace. After Carriere left the room, a man claiming to be Miss Aldwich's lover turned up.
Claiming to be?
Yes, this is where it gets a little complicated. You see, the man who turned up at the hotel that day stubbornly refuses to identify himself.
Sounds pretty guilty if you ask me.
He let himself in using a keycard that she'd sent him.
So he never saw or spoke to the victim in the room then?
If you believe his statement, yes, that's what he's saying.
I don't know. Withholding his identity? That's dead fishy.
Yes, anyway, let me tell you the rest. This supposed lover of Aldwich's put the "Please make up my room" sign on the door handle as he left. That brings us to the next suspect, a hotel cleaner who saw the sign and went in to clean the room, blatantly ignoring it. What kind of service is this? Please dock their pay. Her name is Vera Wipovsky. Wipovsky. She started to clean the room as normal. At some point... Oh, no, sorry. I think I misread it. Please clean my room. Sorry, I'm blanking out right now. I'm focusing so hard on the voices that I'm just not absorbing the story. That's bad. I gotta do both. At some point, she drew the closed curtains back and noticed that Aldwych was outside on the terrace. Seeing her slumped over the table, it seems Wipowski thought that Aldwych had just fallen asleep. But sadly, that wasn't the case. She'd been strangled to death. Oh my god! And she lay there with one hand inside the sandwich she'd ordered because the bastard who killed her has a horrible sense of humor and thought, oh, it'd be so funny if they called this the hand sandwich incident, wouldn't it be?
Hey? A hand sandwich?
Yes, Aldwich's hand was sandwiched between the two slices of bread, along with the other fillings, not as important.
Whatever could that mean?
If you manage to work that out, you'll pass my test. I know the answer, but I'm a smug bastard, and I'm not going to let you on the team until you solve this. It's your entrance exam, okay?
Oh, well, I'll do my best.
Good. Right, well, let's see what we have on the suspect so far.
Okay, I'm all ears.
As I've said, we are looking at 3 possible suspects. Firstly, the mystery man who claims to have been the victim's lover. Okay, so suspect, don't know the age, no ID, but claims to be the victim's lover. A man present at the hotel on the day of the murder. He says he is Aldwich's lover, but that remains to be proved. Rude, but well presented. Rude, but he's a sharp dresser, so you gotta give him props for that. He does admit to having been in the room around the time of the murder. However, he claims he never saw or spoke to her.
So, do you think she was somewhere else then?
Either that, or she was on the terrace and he simply didn't notice. It seems the curtains were closed when he came into the room. I've already confirmed that it's impossible to see anything on the terrace with the curtains shut. It's got those fancy blackout curtains, you know what I mean? Literally, right now, I'm sitting in my room sweltering. The heat has turned up all of a sudden, and this past week, turned up like a party, don't like it, so I've been using my blackout curtains. Helps a little bit, but still pretty frickin' sweltering in here.
Still, you'd think he'd figure it out. I mean, you'd know, wouldn't you, if you were lovers? And he won't tell us his name! Come on, do we really have to look any further? It was him!
Let's just move on to the next suspect, shall we? Before making any rash judgments. So, the bellboy, Zach Carrier. He's the one who brought the sandwich the victim had ordered to her room.
And this Carrier fellow, he saw Aldwych when she was still alive, didn't he?
Okay, so 19, young, quite a young boy. A bellboy at the hotel, an efficient and diligent worker, well trusted by his employees. In truth, he is a clean freak and a narcissist who spends hours in front of a mirror, exposing him like that. If you believe his statement, then yes, as I said earlier, if you believe it, yes, I'm gonna be a smartass. He's the last person to have seen the victim alive.
I'd say that's worth double-checking then, hey?
Finally, the last suspect is the cleaner, Vera Wipowski. Is it Wipowski? I don't know. Vera Wipowski? I don't know. She saw the service request sign on the door and entered the room to clean it, then discovered the body.
The one who discovered the body, eh? Fishy.
And that's everyone who's under suspicion. Tap check files at the top right to peruse all the files with info on the case that you've gleaned so far. The most intriguing thing about this case, of course, is why Aldwich's hand ended up in her sandwich. I already told you, it's because the one who killed her is a stupid jerk who's into these silly little puns, alright?
Aye, that Sonny's a right brain teaser and no mistake.
Obviously, it couldn't have just happened by chance. It clearly has some meaning.
Okay, I follow you. I'll be sure to have a good look into the sandwich.
So, now you have all the information. Who do you think the culprit is? No freaking clue! No heckin' idea!
Hey? Just off the top of my head, you mean? Hadn't I better take a look at the crime scene and all that stuff first?
The crime scene's available for your inspection just over there.
Over there? How do you mean?
Have a look. Have a look! That's one of Layton's phrases in Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. Have a look! Alright. Crime scene reconstruction! Oh my gosh, did you do this in a 3D program? Did you build it up like a little, what are those called again? Oh my god, I'm blanking. This isn't the right word, but I'm thinking of those ones that you had to make, like in elementary school and stuff, you put a shoebox. Diorama! Is that the right word for it? Either way. I'm just thinking a small handmade reconstruction, and I'm very impressed if that's what this is.
By heck, Prof, what's this?
This is the reconstruction device, just like, Kay has in Miles Edgeworth Investigations. It faithfully reproduces any crime scene right down to the minutiae. So how exactly are we looking at it? Is it in a computer? Is it a 3D, holographic thing like Kay's device? What's going on here? It completely eliminates any need to leave the office and travel to the real scene of the crime. I don't like going outside, you see. Heavy case of agoraphobia. Don't want to talk about it.
I had no idea modern policing was so advanced.
Well, actually, you won't find a machine like this anywhere else. It's one of a kind. So Alfendi here, I guess, is a scientist? A man of science? So, shall we get down to the actual investigative business now? I'm expecting a visitor soon, so I'll limit you to 5 minutes, I think. An actual 5 minutes? Real 5? Only 5? I'm being timed on this? Oh my god.
What? Just 5 minutes?
Don't worry, Lucy. I'm well aware it's hard for you to determine the culprit based on your current knowledge of the case. Why don't you tell me what your gut instinct is, first of all? Who do you feel like the criminal is? I really can't even begin to give you a single idea. Listening to your hunches is a vital part of the process. After that, we'll start making some deductions.
Understood, Prof.
Tap and slide, left to right slide to the left, slide to the right, across the screen to rotate the view. Tap and slide with 2 fingers if you want to move the viewpoint around. Okay, you can zoom in on particular points of interest by tapping inside areas enclosed by a dotted line. When you're ready to say who you think committed the crime, tap name the culprit at the top right. Once the timer hits 0, you must stop investigating the crime scene and say who you think is guilty. Oh my god. Use the menu icon at the top left to access your case files and various other options. Okay, so, let's just start looking around. There's a white marker on everything you can examine. Tap the marker to enter any new info into evidence. Once you've examined everything with a white marker, you'll see a tick in that area on the overall view. By sliding the camera marker at the bottom of the screen right and left, you can zoom the view in and out. When you want to get an overview of the whole crime scene again, just tap zoom out. Okay. Enter it into evidence. Deck chair. A deck chair designed for lounging in the sunshine. It reclines and is fully adjustable. Great. Oh no, I'm struggling with the controls. Here we go. Okay. Blackout curtains that block out all daylight. When they are closed, it's impossible to see onto the terrace from within the room. French window, a large, full-height window that offers an uninterrupted view of the coastline. It was unlocked at the time and has Aldwich's, Carrier's, and Wipowski's prints on it. Okay. Good to know. Anything else? I think that's it. Zoom back out. The corpse. Goodness. Okay, the dead body of Sandy Aldwich. The cause of death is posterior strangulation with a thin, long, strap-like object, alright? A round table made of wood. Though simple in construction, it is well made and sturdy. Fried fish. Oh, that makes me want fish and chips. Yum, yum. My appetite just gets so worked up when there's a corpse on the screen, you know what I mean? Oh, y'all understand. A breaded and fried fillet of white fish that's covered in pickle juice. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Originally part of the sandwich, but removed for some unknown reason. Alright. Tropical fruit juice. A glass of juice made from a bountiful assortment of tropical fruits. There's no indication that Aldwich drank any of it. Carrier's fingerprints are on the glass. Okay. Sandwich. An extremely full double, so it's supposed to have 2 pieces of fillet fish in it, maybe. A double fish sandwich, one of the hotel's popular specialties. Not a single bite has been taken from it, however. Okay. Anything we can see Ooh! A copy of the receipt for the sandwich and juice. It's signed Bosco Phelps, but the handwriting is Aldwich's. Bosco Phelps. That might be the name of our mystery lover man. For the sandwich and juice specifically. So, I mean, that's all that's on the table. So, okay. Can I zoom out even further? Yes, I can. Potted plant. Is it Charlie? A potted plant that gives the area something of a Mediterranean feel. A feel of the leaves are wilting. Ooh! Strap-like object. Here it is. A high-quality tie made of silk. It's crumpled and creased, showing signs of having been pulled very tightly. Okay, I think that's probably most... Oh, wait, no. We can look around. Can I look inside the room? I guess not. Anywhere else I can look? I guess that's it for now. So I guess just based on what we know here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at all of our stuff. So, background checks. You can check through the files you've accumulated on the case so far here. If you ever get stuck, my advice is to come here and go over all the blah, 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 blah. Ho ho ho. I'm concentrating so hard on trying to do an accent I just can't speak. Just slow down, it's all good. If you ever get stuck, my advice is to come here and go back over all the information you've gathered. That was really hard for some reason. Okay, pick one of the files to see all the different information of that kind that you've gleaned so far. So evidence, I've got your evidence. If you ever reach a dead end in your investigations, try the hint icon at the bottom of the right screen. You'll get some useful extra info about whatever you're currently looking at, if you're lucky. You might not be lucky, and they might just slap you in the face and laugh at you. That's also an option. Okay, you know what? We're getting to the end of the episode here. Why don't we do a review in the next episode and go ahead and try and name our culprit. I'm really enjoying this so far. I feel like I played a tiny bit of this like a long time ago when I first saw it, but I just never went through because I was like, this doesn't look like Professor Layton. I don't like it. But you know what? I'm really enjoying myself. I'm enjoying this smooth, sexy jazz. Hell yeah. All right, join me next time. This is Axis, over and out.